What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope nobody's mad at me. I am sorry, okay? We should have made it to the bowl, but yet again, we didn't. That comeback route is haunting me. I should have looked at it a little bit closer, a little bit harder before I let that ball spin, but hey, it is what it is, man. So the Saints, they beat the Patriots. Michael Vick is a Super Bowl champion yet again. And yeah, man, we're still waiting for our chance, man. So we do have some assets that we can move around. We have the homie Martin Ham, 99 overall quarterback. We're going to move on from him. I want to continue to revamp and retool our defense. I think our secondary is okay. I do think there's a question mark at free safety with Parker. He has 99 overall speed, which I love. His overall is not that high. We do have Dawson, who I drafted a couple of years back. He's improving a little bit, but he only has 82 overall speed. And that free safety, I really don't want that. But his overall, if it increases anymore, I might go with him. But again, it could change moving forward, all right? So we are going to be building a new stadium. It won't be for this upcoming year because, of course, it takes time to build that joker. But it will be for the season after this one. So yes, we will be coming back. We might push this 10 years. We might push this longer than 10 years because, again, I am itching for a Lombardi, and once I win one, I feel like I'm going to want to win a lot more than just one. And of course, we have to get there. I understand that, but I'm just telling you my future plans. But right now, we're going to take it one game, 1 week, one season at a time, one signing at a time, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be the new stadium. You can kind of get a nice feel for it from this, kind of not. But we got to make a bid. I was going to do this, I believe, after year 5 or 6, I was going to do this. So yeah, we got to increase the pockets, all right? We got to, look how much cash we have. We have over $364 million in just cash sitting around. So we're going to put up 200 mil, and then we're going to have the personal seat licenses for 10 mil, and the city only has to come up with 58. And it's San Francisco. They can come up with $58 million somewhere, somehow, all right? So, yes, so we are going to be having a new we're going to be having, I don't even think that's English, but we are going to have a new stadium, again, for the season after this upcoming one. So, I do want to, again, revamp our defense. I do like our linebacker core, but I want another inside linebacker to go with Patrick Willis. We still run a 3-4 scheme, but I'm thinking about going back to a multiple-look defense where we can run a 4-6, run a 3-4, run a 4-3, and of course have your dime, nickels, and so on and so forth. I do feel like Carter, who led the team in sacks last year as a rookie, he had 8 sacks. That was pretty solid. I think he's big enough to play defensive end if I want him to, but I may replace both defensive end. Oliver, he's a free agent, as you see the guys who are retiring. Oliver's a free agent. I'm probably going to let him walk. Trent Cole, he's smaller. He's kind of like a edge rusher, so he could be an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme, yada yada. We're just not getting too much production out of that, so I'd rather have a big defensive end that can maybe stop the run a little bit better on that side, so I may go with that. There's a younger player that plays for the Oakland Raiders that I might try to trade for. Hopefully it works out. You never know with these things. So I'm going to just try my best to improve this defense. Again, want another inside linebacker to go with Patrick Willis. Whether we play a 3-4 scheme or a 4-3 scheme, that inside linebacker is going to be moving around to the outside spot. Because to me, if you play a 4-3 scheme, any one of those linebackers, in my opinion, could play inside. Am I crazy? I think that's right? I think I know what I'm talking about. But I could be 100% wrong. So when it comes to the guys that we're losing, Terrence Newman, he's also retiring. Champ Bailey retiring. Like a lot of the big names are retiring. It's about to be a league full of generic players in a minute or two. Garrard, he's retiring, and then Phillips, he's retiring as well. So we are going to look to revamp our secondary just a little bit, and it's mainly at the safety position. Here goes some of the restricted free agents. All these guys are not coming back. So Dillard's not coming back. Gonzalez is not coming back. Again, I'm not blaming these guys. We did not lose the NFC Championship game because of these guys, but I feel like I can replace these guys. Frank's solid fullback. Frank's is a solid fullback. Not trying to say that he's not a solid fullback. He is. I just want someone that can catch. Okay? I can run the ball. I feel like I can run the ball out of a single back set. So when I have my fullback in, when there's a play action opportunity, I want my fullback to be able to catch. And even though Franks did catch the game-winning touchdown pass in a divisional round, his hands are just inconsistent. All right, so we're going to bring back Patrick Willis. We're going to bring back the homie Bates. I will re-sign the guy that's holding out. I I knew one guy was going to hold out. I will re-sign him. Joseph is a piece I might trade. He's 99 overall, but he's in the last year of his contract. And I'm gonna re-sign my punter and my kicker, so that's gonna take up the 5 spots that we can re-sign. When it comes to free agency, we're gonna go after LaRon Landry. All right, when he came out of LSU, he was a beast. We all know that he turned into like a bodybuilder while he was playing football. Not the best look. Got to still be an athlete, not just a muscle-bound guy, if you will. But he's solid in this game. 92 overall, I believe 92 overall, with 92 overall speed as well. And then we're going to pick up Finley, who was a fast running back with 99 overall speed. And I feel like our running game last year was not as spectacular as it was in years past. And it's not going to be without Frank Gore, who is now playing for the Atlanta Falcons. I just feel like we couldn't hit any big plays in our ground game consistently. We had Ty Small for a little bit, who I did let go. I believe he signed up with another team, so he's no longer a free agent. But who am I talking about? Holman. Holman's a solid tailback, I believe. He just couldn't get that big play for us on a consistent basis. I mean, hand the ball off, pick up 20 yards every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? We really didn't have that kind of a running game. And yes, we can pass it with the best of them, but I would like to be a little bit more balanced. If you notice, after the first series in the NFC Championship game versus the Saints, and they stopped us on 3rd and inches, I was like, yo, we got an MVP at quarterback. We got weapons. We're down. Let's just throw this thing all over the field. And I don't know if that really hurt us. Again, I'm not perfect. I don't know this game perfectly. But maybe if we were more consistent with our ground game, they don't jump that comeback route. They don't play as good as they did in the secondary on that last drive. So, again, just want to be a little bit more balanced. You feel me? You feel me. Okay, so when it comes to the quarterbacks that signed, just to give you a quick look, these are the guys. Palmer went from the Lions. He went from the Lions to the Bears now. So the Bears got Carson Palmer. I believe they still have Campbell, and they have Vince Young. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Fitzgerald is a member of the Bengals. Bengals are solid. The Eagles got Calvin Johnson. That's solid. So the Bengals have Larry Fitzgerald, Marshawn Lynch, Sean Taylor in the secondary. Like, that team is freaking scary. Their quarterback was pretty solid from what I remember from when we played them a couple of years back. So the Ravens, they have Jamarcus Russell as their starting quarterback, so I figured, yo, Martinham is going to be an upgrade for them. So let me take the Tupu in their 2nd round pick. So the homie Martinham is now a member of the Ravens. And yes, I want Tupu ever since he was a free agent. Hopefully it works out with him and Patrick Willis. I think that it will. Jennings, he's a left tackle, but he's been playing left guard for us. I want a real left guard, so I'm going to go after Hutchinson, and I'm going to trade Adrian Peterson along with Jennings for Ogunleye and the homie Hutchinson, so they're going to be playing for the Denver Broncos. As you see, I'm taking everybody out of our conference, though. They're going to the AFC. So then we have, Joseph, who's 99 overall guard, and Cole, they're going to go to the Raiders for their right end, who I feel like can be a beast. And, of course, we're going to get a draft pick as well. So here goes the guys that we drafted. Center, he's 21 years old, 80 overall already. Pass blocking is pretty solid. And I feel like whenever I get pressure right in my face, it's not good. When it comes off the edge, whatever, but pressure in my face, not good. So he has 88. Pass block. Run block is a little bit, it's not the greatest, but I feel like Heitman, who we just signed, who was holding out, I believe I could put him at right guard, and that could shore up things in the ground game. And again, we're going to see what our running backs can do. Hopefully we can have a better rushing season than we did last year. Holman, he did get over 1,000 yards, but barely, and he was Rookie of the Year. I may start Finley to start the season, but if I feel like Finley will be better in certain spots with that 99 overall speed, then that's just what we will go with. We also picked up this D tackle because, again, I'm looking to shore up our defense. We also picked up Humphrey, fullback. Not the greatest fullback in the world. He was the best one available. I had to replace Franks, and most likely I'm going to use a tight end at fullback. Anyway, we have 3 good tight ends. Vernon Davis is that guy. We also have Campbell, who really didn't play too much last year, but his rookie season he was pretty solid. And then we have Hughes as well. So either Campbell or Hughes would be our fullback moving forward. Picked up a guard, Matthews. Picking up a quarterback, Donnie Dawkins, or Dana, whatever, Dawkins. He's a Dawkins. He's on the team. Okay, he's on the team. Murphy, cornerback. He's actually pretty solid looking, man. 74 overall. He might actually start at nickelback or dimeback for us. Not nickelback. We got Ogden, we got Leon, and we have Leon Hall. So again, cornerback is pretty solid. But again, I want to try to get some more speed in our secondary. So we pick up a right side linebacker, Holt, and we pick up Riggs, middle linebacker. He's not the greatest middle linebacker in the world, but he was Mr. Irrelevant for us. And hey, had to draft somebody, so we did. Here goes our roster so far. This is before the preseason, before we can see any upgrades. Holman right now is 85 overall, but I believe it changes depending on which playbook I use. So again, he may be our starter, but Finley with that 99 overall speed, I want to see what he can do in like a full-time role. So I may start him week 1 when we take on, I believe it's going to be the Tennessee Titans. Hughes, again, I'm going to put him at fullback. Campbell will be the backup. So I got 2 tight ends. They can both catch. Not the fastest guys in the world, but again, they're gonna be open when I do that play fake. What did John Green call it? Spider 2Y banana, whatever it is. They're open all day. So again, I want just to have a tight end there that's gonna catch the football and is a decent blocker. I'm not looking for any dogs. That's the one thing that I feel like the NFL is missing, because the receiver position, we might have the best receivers that we've had just as a collective group across the league that the league has ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are dogs at the receivers, but we don't have like any real tailbacks. Like, Elliott's a beast, don't get me wrong. Henry, of course, is a beast. Christian McCaffrey, we want to see if he is healthy enough. He could handle the rock 25 times a game, and so on and so forth. I just feel like there's not that dog in the NFL no more. Like Edgerrin James. You know, a freaking Fred Taylor. He had Jerome Bettis, Jamal Lewis, Curtis Martin, Ricky Williams. Like, he had all these great backs in the mid-2000s. And it's just, that's where the league is lacking. And maybe these athletes are like, I'm going to play receiver, I'm going to play defense. I'm not trying to get hit 25, 30 times a game. And yeah, you know, kudos to you. Who would really want to get hit like that? But I remember when I was growing up, everybody wanted to play running back. Everybody wanted to be a running back. And nowadays, we understand injuries and how much these guys get beat up and so on and so forth. And they don't get paid like they probably should. But again, it has to do with the injuries. So right there, Parker, 83 overall with 99 overall speed. Again, it's hard to me to justify Dawson not playing with his overall being so high. So I'm either going to have to trade one of them or find a way to get them both on the field. So hey, it is what it is. Finley, that speed is stupid. That speed is stupid. And the reason why there's even a question about Parker and Dawson, as you see Dawson, he's playing the safety right here, and he's getting beasted on, and he's not catching Finley at all. Because Parker, with his 99 overall speed, couldn't catch Reggie Bush. Couldn't catch Reggie Bush, and I'm thinking if he was a high overall, maybe he would have. Again, I'm not sure. Clearly, Dawson wouldn't have caught him neither, but maybe Dawson would have been in better position. I don't know, because I think I was using Parker at the time. But I just think that I don't want to get beat no more in the playoffs. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do just to help this squad out. So I'm debating if I should have a higher overall safety or the faster safety. And I'm just, I don't know, wrapping my brain around it. So Finley, again, he's going to get to start week 1. We're going to see what happens moving forward, though. I'm upgrading the guys that I feel like I need to upgrade. Of course, the quarterback, I didn't do too well in that drill, as you can see. And then Donnie Dawkins didn't do too well with him as well. Or Dana, right? Like Dana White, whatever. Hey, it happens. Anyway, so right there, you saw that the overalls kind of change again depending on the scheme. When it comes to tight end, we already know who's a starter left tackle. We know Hutchinson. Again, I'm only expecting 1 more year, maybe 2 years of Hutchinson blocking for us on that left side. Heitman, again, he might move over to right guard, but then we also have that right guard that has pretty good blocking. That right guard, the one that's positioned at right guard, his run block is pretty high. So, again, I might trade some people during the season because, again, if I don't feel like my defense can stop somebody in the playoffs, then who cares? We put up 41 points or 40-something points versus the Bears, put up another 40-point game versus the Saints and still lost and almost lost to the Bears. So, to me, it's defense. So, now Bobby Dawson, he went from 84 overall to 91 overall. Landry is 92 overall, but then he loses a point so I mean, I don't know. Maybe I move Bobby down to strong safety, Trey Landry. I don't know, but that's the roster for week number 1. That's the roster. Finley's going to get the start. Hughes is going to be starting at fullback. The right guard, who's really a right guard, is going to be on my bench. I'm going to start that rookie center just to get his overall up. Move Heitman, who's our starting center, to right guard. And hopefully it all works out well. That's the plan. Week 2, the team could be different week 2 depending on how we play versus the Titans. But that's that. Hope to see you all there. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Peace, love, hot sauce.